here, I'll add this and then we'll talk about the next thing because it's controversial, which is not controversial, but I think it's like revolutionary enough to get some opposing opinions. I wrote down on my notes for today. And now ask yourself, why do I hate this? What am I hating about this? Because that's the truth. There's something you hate about it. That's why you're not doing it. Otherwise, you'd be doing it. So there's two reasons why you hate it. And this is, I hope, also a wisdom for life. The first reason is you're not in reality. Like reality is the ultimate answer to the problem. And this is also true in life. Why is this relationship not going well for me? Well, because I'm not realistic. What was really happening? If I was in reality about it, I wouldn't feel this way or anything. Anytime we're pissed off at life, things are unfair. I don't have a break. I don't have the time to run this business because I have another job. Okay, well, let's get into reality then. Like what are you actually complaining about? What do you really want? Do you really want the business? Okay, so then why do you have a chip on your shoulder about having to create it? Like all these backwards Mac, basically level two Q&As for yourself, which take you back to reality. Do you really want to make 100 grand a year? Like that took me a long time to wrap my mind around. Maybe I only want to make 60 and not haul ass so much. If I really want the 100, I'm moving into the level of a professional, like a low-level lawyer, an entry-level lawyer. Okay, well, if that's the case, then do I really think it's going to be something that happens at 7 p.m.? No, that's not realistic. So I like, Laura, that you gave that a heart, but that's like the truth of it is reality is the best antidote to why we hate this.
Mhm.
And if your answer to all those things is, well, fuck that, I don't want to, then get another job. Like that's the real rubber meets the road on this one is like this does require all those things. If you're not going to do them or you're just going to sit on the fence for a long time, just stop. Don't waste your time because you'll just be mad in 6 months that you didn't get anywhere and that you didn't make any money. Okay,
Mhm.
so number one principle for why do I hate this is you're not in reality. So get more in reality. The second one is, and now we're into the woo-woo, but also I think the ultimate truth, gratitude. Be
Mhm.
grateful for the clients you do have. Be grateful for the skill that you do know. Be grateful that you found something that has an MOS attached to it, which is so amazing. What are you missing in terms of, oh, well, if I sit here and push this fucking annoying ass button, what is going to happen from it? Be grateful for that. For example, oh, I have been creating my YouTube channel for what, a year and a half now. I still have 150 subscribers. I get very few purchases of my course, which is the whole reason I made the YouTube channel. It's not quite there yet, but people have started hiring me on YouTube. Like, oh, I'm in the UK and I saw a video. I had somebody the other day who was like, a friend sent me a video of yours in the UK and you're the like perfect person for me. So I'm just saying, I can also hate on the YouTube that it's not giving me what I want and that it's so much work and that I'm mad about it. But I'm grateful that a $2,500 client came through based on this thing that was an unpredictable result. So every time you're looking at your business at the things you don't want to do, the things that you don't enjoy doing, the things that are not happening fast enough, also look on the flip side. I get to be a hypnotist from the comfort of my own home. I get to watch people transform their lives. I get to work on myself as part of my business model. I'm grateful that I run my own show, even though it's a lot of work. All of the, wishy-washy things that kind of sound useless, they're actually good drivers for not being so mad about all the things that aren't the romanticized part of the hypnosis technology and world.
And
So
those
realism,
are not wishy-washy. You should be very
yeah,
proud of yourself. That is awesome. If I could give you a high five right now, but I have construction around me. And let me tell you, that's like
thanks, Laura.
living the dream, baby. You like did it. And I saw that this week. I was looking at how many videos you made. Congratulations, you were rocking it.
Thank you so
So
much. And there's
you
so
totally
much,
stick to it.
yeah,
And
but there's so much more. There's so much more. That to me is like 10% of what's possible for me. So I feel the same as you, which is like, oh, but I have hardly even like gotten off the block so far. But thanks. I
well,
agree. Wait,
exactly. If you
there's different.
hardly feel like you got off the blocks and look how much you're doing already,
I
think of
agree.
what's going to happen in the future. It's like It's awesome.
I know, but the same for you guys all. That's the whole reason that I'm giving this spiel is like once it gathers momentum and once you actually do these things every day, lo and behold, the next thing you know, you have something completely generated out of your soul. Sui generis is the expression. It's completely yours and it's completely unique.
It's like
So
raising the child that never leaves the nest.
that's exactly right. That you'll have to sell it one day to get rid of it. Exactly. So realism and gratitude, let those be the guiding principles of your iteration that's coming next.
And that whole thing of realism is so wise. Let me tell you, because like when you mentioned this, like, okay, YouTube is enormous.
I
And
know.
there's billions, trillions, I don't even know the number of videos.
Same.
So you have to maybe have at least 200 just to scratch the surface.
Exactly. That's why
Just
I'm
the
going
same
for the
like
1,000.
with relationships. We're
Yep.
not going to change them. We just got to learn to love them and not
Yep.
have them detonate our triggers, right? Like that's a pretty happy relationship, right? And that puts you in the reality. And the reality is this, like, I
Yep.
accept that. And as far as my channel, I know that's how it is. Like, I don't feel upset about this because it is, you just got to know you're in here for the long haul if this is really what you want to do.
Exactly.
But if you do it like you, now you're living in the woo universe. You
I know.
created it.
It's wild.
Congratulations. You're living the dream.
Well, and Laura, an interesting piece of that that I haven't said so far, which should be obvious, but I'll say it out loud because why not, is all of that is priming the clients. So it's an investment in my infrastructure and in myself and in my family. But the important investment, aside from attracting business, which is, of course, what's important, is it also creates a mystique and a reputation that makes your transformations faster. If you have faster transformations, you make more money. So it's all working on various levels. Like investing in the YouTube is to attract clientele to my course, but also now that I have it, it's really accelerating my clients' progress because I can just say, go watch the videos on YouTube and you'll find out more. And then they watch me and they see me talk transformation and they see my demos and they see my publications and they're like, oh, that's what I signed up for. That makes me more profitable. I had somebody like maybe 3, 4 weeks ago booked, canceled, said they would book again, disappeared. I figured they were like trying to blow me off or whatever. Well, guess what? Yesterday I got a text that was like such and such booked in for October 15th or something, so it's still 2 weeks away. But then I got the text with it that was like, oh, I was busy watching all the YouTubes that, I needed to see in order to get talked in. It's like a dream. It's a dream. I didn't have to follow up. I didn't have to ask. I didn't have to think about this person after the discovery call. All I did was send a welcome email, follow up, let them go on their own. As it so happened, they're the kind of person who wants to watch the stuff on YouTube. Some of them go to Instagram, some of them go to Facebook. This is why you need all of them. Some of them go to TikTok. By the way, when I have people go to my TikTok, those kinds of people, I lose them because my TikTok is shit compared to all my other ones. So I've had quite a few where I'm like, oh, look, they just looked me up on TikTok, and then I don't hear from them. And I know why. There, that was helpful for me. There's a iteration point for me. I should spend an entire day or two fixing that because I'm losing money on that and my feedback is telling me that. You see how this is so obvious? And I'm sitting here knowing that, and I still wasn't smart enough to actually put it on my schedule until I said it all to you guys right now. Those are the kinds of moments I'm talking about. Fix all of those holes. When you see that you're losing people somewhere, fix it. When you see you're gaining people somewhere, invest in that. Hire a VA for that or put more time into that. That's where the asymmetry comes from. And that this is why, by the way, oh yeah, this is another thing I wanted to say today. This is why you have to have your hands and your fingers all over your business. It's not going to help you to hire a firm. It's not going to help you to list out your marketing. No, you need to know all these things because these are all the data points that tell you what works and what doesn't, who you are, what kind of people you're attracting. So this is why you have to be into it every day, all the time, all over the place, but in an organized way.